to TV Tea Time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TV Tea Time. We've got a new show and a new look and a new attitude.
New attitude. I'm feeling good from my head to my tail. I got a new attitude. Dance break.
You know what?
Which we're not going to do because we can't move.
We can't move. I just want to say that I'm Maddie and Poodle,
I'm
a.k.a.
here.
Jake, protested very much to this light.
There
and
is
this
so
setup.
much light on my face right now.
And then-
I'm seeing the aliens coming to take us home.
And then...
That's Star Trek. It's more like Close Encounters.
Oh. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
That's not it.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I don't know what that is.
I think that was Diamonds and Pearls by Prince.
I agree.
Still,
Close Encounters. Bo, bo, bo. That's what? Bo, 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 bo. That's Close Encounters. All right, go.
If you're watching for the first time, welcome to the show.
If you're watching the first time, like, what the fuck?
You probably skipped right now. If you're listening to the podcast, ooh, you're ready.
You're ready.
And so, but I have to tell you, if you...
I can't hear you really well.
Well, I wish I could say that about you. You know
My
what?
voice just cuts through. What am I going to say?
So if Jake protested this light, and he's like, I don't want to do anything more. And then he saw the test where he was so well lit. And he said, now he wants to bring this to Rite Aid.
Y'all, lighting is everything.
Lighting truly is everything.
I'm a lighting whore, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
You could take out lighting, and that sentence would still work. It still works.
You know what? I'm sex positive.
You
That's
are.
just all that.
You are. Now tell everybody, what is the show we are recapping?
The show we're recapping is called Boy Band, and it's on ABC.
ABC.
And it had a 2-hour premiere, and I almost, I aged during it.
I did too.
By aged, I mean I drank a lot during it.
You did drink a lot during it.
But we have a lot to talk about.
We do.
And the first thing we want to talk about is some comments from a certain video we made about boy bands of the past and how we felt certain feelings about them.
Certain feelings of tingliness.
Tingliness that made us feel strangely about our heterosexuality.
Yes, yes, it's true.
Which we really never had.
Tingly in our ribbon holes.
Ribbon holes?
I don't
What
know.
the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know what?
Just read it.
I'm going to read. There's like 20 comments on our Facebook page. So
that's sweet.
That is sweet. So be sure to follow us.
How many are on our YouTube?
One, but I can't read it. I don't know why. So we're just going to go with Facebook. I think
be sure to follow us on Facebook.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook.
I say that as I'm crying.
The Matt Maher. You can follow us on Facebook. So I want to read a comment from Patrick Hine.
Oh, I love you, Patrick.
We do love Patrick.
The gayest straight man ever.
Patrick could have been in a boy band.
You could have.
He's got the abs for it and the voice.
Sing.
And he can sing, and he's got a face for it, too. Sadly.
He does have a face for it.
And more importantly, he's wonderful at tech, and he does a lot of our...
And he's straight.
But
real straight.
Patrick says, nothing more entertaining than watching Jake hack out a lung. It's good television. If y'all don't remember last time, I think Jake still had a little bit of someone in his throat.
I laughed
thought
about a joke I made about take that.
Well,
like,
I
take
thought
that
you were
dick.
reenacting like a Puccini opera.
I coughed a lot.
Really
let's read further down the yeah. You took away the feed that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, what comment did you want to?
I wanted to keep going.
Sure.
And I said, nothing's more entertaining than watching Jake hack up a lung. It's great television. And I said, it completely stepped on my take that joke. And Matt said, I know, so gross. And I said, almost as gross as your pizza breath.
We both had,
which was true.
We both had pizza.
Yeah, your pizza breath was bad.
So we recapped our favorite boy bands of pretty much the 90s of our childhood.
The 90s, yeah.
You know, so, but yeah, I think that's good enough. And,
sweating
someone
already.
did comment say Jake cleaned up his crap in the background.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you, Lily,
for noticing that.
So if you've noticed
Jake cleaned up his crap.
People have commented. They said we think your show's ready to go to the next level. So bought a $40 green screen on Amazon, and here we are, everybody.
You know what? I think I look like Lonnie Anderson right now, so I'm happy about that.
Lonnie Anderson was pretty.
No one here knows who that is.
She was married to a hot gay man.
Who was that?
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds wasn't gay.
Yeah. Reynolds
something I don't know.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds is gay. You didn't know that?
No.
Big gay.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Which reminds me of one of our segments that we'll get to later. So that was our segment called T for Two, T for You.
T for You!
Now,
it's for you.
I'm glad you blew out the mic. Now we're going to go to our next
I get excited.
You get excited. Oh, all right, what's our next section? I don't remember.
The next segment is our tea bags because we're going to talk about the show. Now, this is a version of the show. We're going to talk about it in general, not specifically because we have a lot to say about the contestants and their behavior and their voices.
It's true. Normally, we talk about our top 10 tea bags.
As a vocal coach, I have a lot to say about voices.
This one teaches voice, and I have a degree in voice from way back in. I'm not as opinionated as her, but we still have opinions.
Yeah, I have a lot of opinions. I got a lot of opinions.
A lot of opinions.
I got a lot of opinions.
A lot of opinions.
What's your
first general tea bag?
My general tea bag is, Jesus Christ, these fucking boys are young. And they keep saying boy band, and I feel like Mr. Roper wanting to fuck my teenage neighbor.
You know, I disagree with you. I thought they were older than I thought. A lot of them were 19, 20. There was like a 14-year-old
There were
one,
like 14, but
15.
They still look young as 19.
But everybody's balls have dropped. So at least there's
grass on the infield?
Physically, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Someone
that.
said that more than once to me, by the way.
No.
And they're to my left.
No, I'm not going to call out the stuff you said. I will go into my second tea bag and say, though, so when Jake and I started this show, we thought, there's going to be hot guys, honestly. That's why we wanted to watch the show. And then it came on and went, they're children. They're children. And
They're children.
And
we're like, how do we not sexualize children?
Sexualize them. Well, thankfully,
and that's difficult.
The show did it for us. Because I thought the show was going to be. This is my second tea bag.
We sexualize young guys.
I don't know.
Young women have been sexualized for how long?
It was a lot for me. I thought this would be a little bit more about the talent and the music. And it was not.
I don't care.
It was literally, even when they sang later.
Bring on the dick jokes.
It was just, and it was weird. It was like 30-year-old girls.
Bring on the tight clothes. I'm here for it.
For that concert at the end, they put on a casting call for looking for Backstreet or New Kids on the Block fans. And so these like 35-year-old women showed up to watch. And then 15-year-old guys.
So it feels like a male strip show.
I just felt, and I love Emma.
I
love Baby Spice. But
Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity.
Well, it made me feel a little.
You know what? I'm sex positive. I know that sounds disgusting, but it's true.
It does. I think it's gross. All right, what's your next tea bag?
My next one is how the judges refer to themselves as the architects.
Isn't that wait, wasn't that a section
Let's take a moment.
Wasn't there a group of Fraggles called the Architects? There is. You are sweating. How are you sweating?
Because it's hot in here.
Why it's LED?
I'm sweating all the makeup
you know what?
Put on me.
I want you to get up and get a Kleenex like Whitney. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just get it. Just fucking get the Kleenex. Now you're like, God damn, Whitney Houston. You know what? I beat his face for 20 minutes.
I don't know what it's on.
What was that?
Don't make me close one more time.
No. But anyway, yes, weren't there architects on Fraggles? I think there were. Focus, Sybil.
I can't remember Fraggle Rock. I'm not as old as you are.
Yeah, sure.
That's the way it was.
Sure, yeah.
Who's older? Just write in.
Sure. You know what? Everybody take that in the comments. Who has more lines in their forehead and around their crow's feet eyes? Not me. Anyway, let's talk about the architects of the show.
Anyway, it's a terrible and pretentious thing to call themselves architects.
Just call them judges.
It's awful.
Judges.
I mean, when Baby Spice can be an architect.
I agree with a lot of her
sure
comments.
She's got a degree.
You know who I agreed with a lot on this show?
Nick Carter.
Nick Carter. Thank you for saying that.
And yes. Timbaland was a little. P.S. Nick Carter, not as puffy as I thought he would be. Kind of like not puffy cokey.
You kept talking about how you wanted to sleep with him the entire episode.
Good.
He did look good, Nick Carter. Good. You know what? I think Nick Carter needed this.
You know what? He looks like a man now. That just grossed myself out.
It's gross the way you said it, but it was also gross because it's true. He does look like a man now.
Because you remember, like 19-year-old Nick Carter looked like a little twink that you'd like fuck on in a Miami club.
Yeah, it's somebody I'd meet in Rage.
Anyway, now he looks like a man.
He looks like he's
now
ready.
He looks like someone who would buy me dinner.
He's ready for the Backstreet.
And you know what I do for those who buy me dinner? I treat them nicely and give them a nice ride home.
Yeah. Last time someone treated you, you lost your wig, your shirt, and your decency.
No, that was gone way beforehand.
That was gone way before. But now let's just talk a little bit. What do we think about like the three judges in general, like as a panel?
I must say I love Nick Carter and what he says. He's a little more boy band aiming and trying to mold the shape of the boy band. Timbaland, I don't know really what he's going for.
He's a producer.
I think he's high pretty much half the time.
Every time he dances, he kind of has this face where he's all, and he looks like he's
a little stank face.
He's like I'm drunk and smoking some booty. I feel like not booty, but pot, doobie. Smoking doobie. It's like, but I like you, Timbaland.
And I feel like, and I do enjoy Baby Spice, although I feel like she needs to have some hormone shots because she's all over those young boys.
She's like Suzanne Summers circa 10 years ago before she got those hormone shots in her goop.
Suzanne what?
Summers.
I just heard circa.
No.
Suzanne circa.
Suzanne Summers before she got those hormones. Emma Bunton. She needs to sit on a fire hydrant. That woman.
She does.
I mean, I know that this is about
she needs to get plugged every night before the show, and then it'd be easier.
Yeah. Maybe she's getting a boy band.
She needs to get plugged.
Maybe she's getting a boy band. That's my British accent.
That was the worst British accent.
Hello, I'm Baby Spice.
Okay, we're going to move on. Is that our...
If you want to be my lover, you got to be a boy banda.
You can't just shake a head and be British.
Good. That was really good.
No, it wasn't. It was awful.
You're welcome, America.
Should we talk about our next segment, I think?
Next segment.
Because we've talked about the show in general.
No, we still haven't talked. You haven't talked about Creepy Tim. Are you drunk already?
No.
No more drink, no more gin for you. Set it down.
That's really precarious. So I want to talk about... No, we are finished, but I'll keep talking.
No, we didn't talk about Tim.
Creepy Tim, who is like running things, who looks like a great Gatsby, but gayer.
I think he looks like he could be a vampire extra on True Blood, like that
50s.
Last season where everything was
honestly,
bad.
I should have had that job. Can I just break it down?
Someone's green. It's
that
not
should have
easy
been my
green.
job. And he's creepy and he's mean.
Maybe they got someone straight who wouldn't
fetishize.
No, but seriously, who wouldn't fetishize some of the male singers.
No, he's creepy. That's the problem, though.
He does have a vampire vibe.
I also feel like he's acting for the TV and being bitchy just to be bitchy, and I have no tolerance for that.
Your bitchiness is fucking real.
You know what? It's to make people better.
You're a bitch because you're a bitch.
Amen.
Amen to that.
I was born that way.
Okay, one more general thing you were born that way.
As Lady Gaga says.
You literally popped out of your mother's vagina and said,
"What the fuck is this?
It's hot. What is this?
Is anybody else hot? Where?"
That is what you did. Oh, your poor
Someone
mother.
cut this fucking cord. I'm tired.
How many hours was your
Put me to bed.
How long
was she in labor? It was more than a day. It was like over 30 hours.
She brings that up to you, doesn't she?
Yes. I've heard both my children were more than 24 hours of labor. And my mother actually could not have more children after my brother and I because we tore her so bad.
Well, I'm sure she wanted everybody to know that. Well, there you go, everybody. Right from the horse's mouth.
Sorry, Mother.
Wow, she doesn't watch this show.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't. Okay, and last
Thank God.
Last little
blessing.
Last general thing we're going to talk about that you almost skipped is God, you're drunk.
I just was red.
How much do we love Rita Ora? I love her.
We love her.
Show.
We love her. We love her.
She reminds me of Cat Deely, and I love her.
Yeah, and I feel like that's part of the charm.
Yeah.
Is that kind of British accent.
Yeah.
And she's very, very charming.
She's like, next on board, band, that's Reverb. I think I found
everyone.
A new
We
impression.
just tolerate that accent.
But yes, I love her. I love her outfits, and honestly, the way she coos over the guys is coos is less. I want
she's
to
closer
take
to their same age.
Yeah, maybe that. Well, it's not even. It just seems less. I want to take you into my hotel room, onto my lanai, and have you massage
It's very
me.
Emma Bunton. Yeah, that's what Emma Bunton feels like.
She's still quite young.
So
she's probably younger than me.
Now we want to talk about our favorites.
We're going to talk about our top 3. Only 3.
Fine.
You can only have 3.
Fine. I want to first talk about the bad boy, Miles. who was the one that I went, oh my God, with all the tattoos. Now, he moved to L.A., and he's like with nothing, and he's like sitting in an apartment where there's like nothing there. It's very La La Land, and he's like trying to make it, and he works in a studio in like Malibu, and like we meet in the middle of the night, and like I help him with his needs, and he helps me with mine.
Okay, we're gonna stop at the needs part. When Jake was watching this, everybody, he was going, oh. And then he got teary, and then he said, "This is us." I don't know why this became an NBC show, but that's what you said. This is us. This is us.
I was really moved by a lot of the stories.
And I was like,
honestly,
I have a couch and a fucking beauty rest. This is not me. It's not me. This said Miles, though. I do like his voice. Very pretty
and
voice.
He's got like, but he has the look. He has the tattoos.
He's a musician.
He has the swagger.
He's a
musician.
You know what?
Miles is going to go really far.
I agree. Miles would be good on that show, Rockstar in Excess. Remember that show we were obsessed with?
Yes, but he's too pop for that.
Remember when they tried to do Rockstar Supernova?
It was not good.
That was not good. Okay, my next one is I really like Marcus, and I think he's
I like Marcus too. I'm not convinced. I
think he's a perfect example that to be in a boy band, it's not about how great your singing voice is. He does sing well,
but he has a definitely great look.
But man,
I agree.
The way he just smiles.
It surprised
and sings,
your first pick is African American.
You know what? I can't argue with that. I have nothing
exactly.
to say to that. I think he's like 15 though. So
yeah, he's like at least no more than 16.
Yeah, he reminds me of like a young Michael Jackson. Like he's got charisma. As RuPaul says, he has charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. He's got that all.
There we are.
I like him. I think he's going to go far too.
My next one is Sergio.
Yes.
And Sergio has the whole Spanish thing going on.
Yep.
He did Stand By Me with a Spanish verse, which I thought was kind of pandering at the beginning.
It was
a
little pandering.
You know what? He's selling
it.
But he has this look that will make like 14, 13-year-old girls or gay men.
Oh, put him on the cover of Bop.
Yeah. Can you pop that beat anymore?
Bop.
There we are. He's going to go really, really far. His Stand By Me was great. He's got this kind of electric thing with the camera.
He's got that great jet black hair. I always wanted jet black hair. Did you ever dye your hair black and go goth?
I never did, but I kind of wanted to. I dyed mine like reddish orange once, and it wasn't good.
Your mother hated it?
She wasn't. I was living with her at the time.
I think your hair would look good with purple in it.
I did do purple once.
Oh, really? I think that would look good. Hey, maybe that would make you stand out more, and you would be able to be a musical director on a show like this.
I'd have to dress like a gay Jay Gatsby.
Well, there you go.
That should have been my job.
Okay.
Anyway, what's your next one?
My next one is Drew.
Oh, good choice. That
Drew
was gonna be mine.
Is he's
eyebrows
from the Bronx.
for days.
Eyebrows for days. He's so skinny. He's
Don't say it.
No. I was going to say, Drew is like 14, 15.
He's old. He's 19.
Young. You're 19. Oh, he's 19.
19.
Okay, because I talked about his penis. I did. So he's 19.
As I repeat, he is 75% penis because he's Puerto Rican.
That's
what
isn't
this
he
one
Puerto
said.
Rican?
Yes.
You right? Come on. I don't mean to stereotype, but
the elevated train.
Yeah. Exactly. He's beautiful. His eyelashes are amazing.
Amazing.
And then, he started singing and we both
were not
like...
By the way, we're not pedophiles.
We're not.
I'm just putting that out there.
No, we're just plain 28-year-old men. 28-year-old men. But no, with Drew, he started singing. Remember?
I'm so uncomfortable.
He started singing and we were both kind of like, oh.
And then he hit a high note and I went,
because that...
I may have jumped up and felt a youth rush like a vampire does.
He kind of grabs at the notes a little bit. I'm excited
grabs
for
at something else.
You know what? I'm trying to keep it highbrow here. And speaking of eyebrows, his
for the first time in forever.
Yeah, sure. In the first time in forever.
There we are.
That song is terrible.
It's a terrible song.
Do you want to?
I played it 11 times today.
Do you want to be a hoe man? That's a cabaret number. So, Drew, I think he's got the goods to make it. And I'm not talking about his penis. I mean his talent.
It's like an elephant.
Well, I'm glad you're being grosser than I am.
Oh. We already talked about this, by the way.
Can we just focus? What's your next one?
My next one is Jaden.
Jaden.
With the big hair.
Is that the rapper? The beatboxer?
He was the one who sang Hallelujah.
Oh.
Which I did not
have
like.
Opinions.
I did not like, and I had opinions, and because just don't sing that song. However, he's got a star quality, and even though he did not sing the song well, his falsetto was pretty good, but it was too much.
It was like,
but I feel like he's going to go really far because of his star quality.
I like his voice. I think he is one of those people, because we went to school with them.
Uh-huh.
You know those people, we would sing in choir. We would sing in class. I would sing in my car and in the shower.
Everywhere.
There are some people that they're in the middle of the post office just
He's
going,
singing.
Hey, they're like walking. They're like in Forever 21 shopping like,
I'll take a 10% discount.
And I'm sorry. All right, we got it.
That was good.
Define good. So, but
You're
feel like
a fucking whore.
I feel like he's one of those. I feel like he sings a lot.
I agree, but he's going to go far.
You know what? I don't know. I think he could get booted out for the same reason my other favorite for tonight, Cameron.
Who I loved, who's from South Carolina.
I think Jaden is a solo star, and the way that Cameron, who got booted off tonight,
name, Jaden, Aiden, Caden, they're all terrible.
Can we talk about Cameron's arms? Oh my God, sweet home, all of Cameron, arms I like to touch. That was a bad song.
Let's just take a moment and just be silent for this.
You know what?
Be quiet, because you need to be shamed. Okay, that's it. Everyone out there shame him and think shameful thoughts.
Cameron was hot, and I've already looked up his
shirtless
pictures on Instagram. They're amazing.
When he took off his kind of outer shirt, we all went, my eyes rolled back in my head. I spun around like The Exorcist.
And Baby Spice flooded her basement, as you would say. She was like,
goosh, goosh.
She was like, oh, look at them arms.
She went over and touched them, and he's like, Baby Spice touched my arms. I'm like, she came at the same time.
It wasn't creepy at all.
It was. It was creepy.
Anyway, it was a kid. I was like, can we focus on the talent? Which we haven't done hardly at all this show.
Think now is time for our last segment that is called If I Were a 15-Year-Old Girl.
If I were a 15-year-old girl.
If I were a 15-year-old girl. Unplanned harmony. I love that when we do that.
It was. Now, okay, so before we say this, yes, this show was 2 hours long. Could we have talked about this for 2 hours like some people are on their podcast? Yes, but honestly, the first hour of the show was we met everybody, but then the second, I want to talk about this. The second half,
terrible.
It was so rushed. I wish they would have spent like the first 15 minutes showing them auditionings, and then spend an hour and 45 minutes actually getting to know each guy in the boy band.
Your 15-year-old girl is very, very proactive.
Well, I mean, this is my 15-year-old girl. This is me now, and I wish we would have had
why not?
An hour and 20 minutes of them actually getting to know and doing this whole building a concert. They just rushed it in at the last. I feel like they ramrodded us.
So what does your 15-year-old girl say?
My 15-year-old girl says, she's very opinionated, Chance.
Really?
Yes, Chance. First, well, come on. We saw Chance in the first 5 minutes of the show with his shirt off.
Pretty eyes.
He had
That's my 15-year-old girl talking, not my...
He might be 17.
31-year-old
He's
guy
not 18,
talking.
so we're not pervy. This is our 15-year-old girl.
So we can say this.
But he was swimming in the ocean with his shirt off. That was
And
Chance.
my 15-year-old girl says...
Actually, he's 19.
I approve.
And he has a daughter, which my 15-year-old girl thinks...
Named Brooklyn, which makes me want to kill myself.
But
anyway...
I wanted to name my son Ashton. So...
Fuck you!
I did when I was 15. But I look at Chance and I say, I would have your baby.
If you were a 15-year-old girl.
If I was a 15-year-old girl, yes. And I love... And he sings nice. He's so hot.
I was a 15-year-old girl...
If I was a 15-year-old girl.
I would really have the hots for J-Hype, who's 14. And I know I'm treading to a strange territory here, but I will say, this is going out of if I was a 15-year-old girl territory.
Uh-huh.
His picture right now looks just like a senior picture of me in high school.
So basically, you want to make out with yourself.
If I was a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, I have seen you stare in the mirror a lot. I was a roommate with you.
If I was a 15-year-old girl with those pretty lips of his, I would do strange things to myself.
Okay.
Finger bang, finger bang.
I don't think you needed to say it. I think, well, the two people that are
finger bang, finger bang, finger, finger, finger bang. Let's do the remix of that.
Let's do it in silence and let you have shame about that. And
I'm not ashamed.
I think the one person that's watching left still from the show, as you wipe the sweat off your face,
it's
like
hot.
goddamn Whitney Houston,
All
would
right.
say that's the end of our show.
We're going to end the show there.
So next week is going to be a little different because hopefully they're going to give us like a full hour
it'll
episode.
Be 1 hour.
It won't be kind of all over the place, and honestly, we'll kind of dig into more of like the singing, the song selection, what we kind of think of this.
Because this was a kind of a clusterfuck episode.
This was kind of all over the place, and it's just kind of they were throwing everything at us.
We're going to continue to watch, though.
But we are interested. We think there's there's a lot of talent on this show.
We
like
stakes.
The judges. I'm not calling them architects. And so give us something, boy band. Give us something good next week. We're excited to see it.
Plurs.
Yes. All right, everybody. So this has been TVT time. So you know the drill. If you like this show or you're still drunk and still...
This light makes me pose.
And you're still listening, give us a review. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel at Talk to Matt Maher, or you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
Give us a review.
And don't just star us, but actually write a review.
Keep going, Queens, remember?
Yeah. Keep going,
Queens.
If you put Keep Going Queens in the Apple iTunes review, it bumps us up so other people see it.
Fine with us.
So we'll see you back next week on Thursday night and watching ABC's Boy Band.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.